All right, folks, welcome to, let's try this again. Welcome to our network. Prime time action, 10U action right here between the Satellite Beach Seahawks, or Satellite Beach Scorpions. I've been getting it right all day. I have no clue why I said Seahawks. They're the Satellite Beach Scorpions and the Suntree Viera Hawks. Quarterback under center, and he will just be knocked down at the line. That's Brody Argo, who will be hit and dropped for a loss of 3. Argo under center. And I think they got their 5 yards back. That is an offsides penalty on Satellite Beach. So it's now 2nd and 8. I formation. And they're going to lose the 5 yards. False start on the Hawks. So we'll start over again. Now it's back to 2nd and 12. Argo in the gun. Argo's going to swing the pass out to his receiver. There's number 7, who will pick up a nice gain on the play. Robert Gutierrez. And that'll be a nice gain. It's now 3rd and 4 for Suntree Viera. And Argo's going to take it himself. Brody Argo slips a tackle. And Argo, where do they spot him? Going to spot him right at the 44-yard line. 4th and 1. Argo still in the gun. Sends a man in motion. Oh, wow. Great job there. Number 22. Check that. It might be number 24. Christian Dowling. So he went in motion and then last second got up under the center to take the direct snap sneak. There's a flag on the play. And I believe it might be an illegal motion penalty. So that'll back up the Hawks, as the yard marker guy has not moved with the football. Fourth and 6 here. Argo's going to hand it off. And that's going to be enough for a first down and then some. I'd like to thank Kendall Signs for their partnership. It's a Kendall Signs first down. .634 left to go here in quarter number 1. Ignore the scoreboard at the moment. I need to change it back to first quarter. Argo was looking for an intended receiver. He was looking, I think, for Lincoln Keith. Overthrew him just a bit. Actually, while we have a second, let me go ahead and do that now. Subscribe to our YouTube page. All games will be uploaded to our YouTube page by tomorrow afternoon. Here we go. Argo out of the gun. He's taking a shot downfield, and it's caught. Down at the 35 or 20, about the 20-yard line. Big pass there. I didn't see who. Couldn't see who the receiver was. But what an excellent pass from Brody Argo. While they take a timeout, I'm going to take a timeout and get a drink of water. All right, here we go. Argo out of the gun. Argo drops back. He's going to tuck it himself, and he's going to take off with it to the edge. Argo breaking tackles, and he'll pick up a gain of about 5 or 6 yards on the play. Picks up officially a gain of 8. It's 2nd and 2. As they're inside the Kendall Signs red zone. Argo with Lincoln Keith in the backfield with him. Now he motions Keith to the line. Sends him in motion. Hands off to Keith, and Keith hands off to another back. It's a reverse into the end zone. Touchdown, Suntree Viera, but there is a flag on the play, and something tells me it's a motion penalty. Too many men in motion at once. You can only have one man in motion at a time, and before your second man can start his motion, everyone has to be set for 1 second before you can send your next Next man in motion. 4 minutes left to go here in quarter number 1. Here in this 10U matchup. Argo fires, and he's going to overthrow everybody on the field. And that'll bring up third down. Third and about 7. So here we go. Argo tosses it out to Lincoln Keith. Keith has a shot on the edge, and he will be forced out of bounds. But that will bring up first and goal for Suntree Viera. This has been an excellent, this is still the opening drive. This has been one drive that there is now 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first quarter. This is what you call a methodical drive it down the field. And they hand it up to the fullback. Gain of maybe a yard on the play. Ryan Marsh on that carry. Lincoln Keith in the backfield. Argo hands it off to Keith. Keith gets wrapped up in the backfield by that Suntree, or by that Satellite Beach defense there. Number 87, Noah Maniano. Noah Menino. Thank you to the parent who helped me with that one. Argo in the gun. Lincoln Keith. And that's a 5-yard encroachment penalty. Well, half the distance to the goal. So that'll be 2 yards. Look, two yards is 2 yards, especially when you're down here. Every extra yard you're given. Gives it to Keith. Keith following his blocker into the end zone. Touchdown, Suntree Viera. Lincoln Keith from 2 yards out with 1:34 left to go here in quarter number 1. Here on the opening drive of the game. On the 2-yard plunge ahead. Suntree Viera goes up 6-0 pending the extra point. Now I forget if this division has a kicker. They're going for one here. Argo's going to keep it himself. And he will be brought down there by number 25. Check that might be 24. Caden Alsbrooks. But if you're a Suntree Viera fan, you celebrate the fact your team took almost an entire quarter on an opening drive and picked up points at the end of it. Here comes, and that's a fumble. The ball is on the ground, fallen on by Satellite Beach, and it will be a loss of 2 yards. Quarterback. Hand off there. Back taking the line of scrimmage. It's trying to get numbers here. The running back is small enough and just fits behind that offensive line. Quarterback rolls out, fires, and incomplete. Abrio Williams on that pass. Whatever the flag was, it was declined. It's 4th and long. 4th and 11. Sends a man in motion. It's going to be a toss play. And he will be met by a host of Hawks. And that'll be a turnover on downs. Homecoming weekend here for Suntree Viera. And that will be the end of the first quarter with your score, Suntree Viera 6, Satellite Beach with work to do. Please subscribe to our YouTube page. All the games will be uploaded by tomorrow afternoon. Of course, the videos will stay up on Facebook and, again, uploaded to our YouTube page. They should all be finished by tomorrow afternoon. So here comes Suntree Viera in the I formation. Argo under center. Argo is going to hand off to Keith, and there's a false start. Oh, I was wrong. Too many players on the field for Satellite Beach. And so it's now going to be 1st and 5 here at the 32. Keith is going to take the handoff. Lincoln Keith fighting ahead. He'll pick up a gain of about three or 4 yards. It's 2nd and 1. Argo from the gun. He's got Lincoln Keith to his right side. Sends a man in motion, and they're going to do that sneak play. Great job, and again, they execute it to perfection. They take the receiver, motion him inward. When he motions inward, he stops in, kind of gives the center a little tap, and the center just snaps it to him on the sneak. Riley Ramsey, the ball carrier. And he'll have enough for a Suntree Viera Hawk first down. So here come the Hawks. Argo in the gun, 2 backs in the backfield with him. Drops back, fires over the middle, and it's going to be nearly intercepted. Great job on the pass breakup there by number 19. Landon Kearney. And Kearney nearly had himself an interception. Great job reading Argo's eyes, stepping in front. Just got to come down with that catch. Argo hands it off to the up back. Ryan Marsh was the up back. Team coached by Coach Bobby Kuntz. What does he have up here for 3rd and 7? Tried to get him to jump off there. Argo swings it out to number 1. Number 1 gets a gain of about 1 on the play. Victor Zeller. Argo fires, and it's intercepted. Number 23. And he's got blockers and green grass. Stepping out of bounds, number 23, Alexander Laura, with the interception and a nice return. You want to talk about breathing some life into your squad. That's how you do it. And that was just courtesy that the ball got caught up in the wind there. The wind got just enough under it, and Laura did a good job following the ball. Now, there was a penalty flag on the play. Probably an illegal block in the back on the return. Satellite Beach will keep the ball. Quarterback under center. And that's going to be number 6. Number 6 finding room. Jack McLaughlin on the carry. Second and inches. And you know, if you're Satellite Beach, this is what you want to do. Just work your offense right here. There's a toss. And trying to get back to the line of scrimmage. Lincoln Keith in on the tackle. Jack McLaughlin was on the carry. Quarterback for this offense is number 15, Aiden Flores. How could I not remember that one? It's another Flores at quarterback. With that being said, we'd like to say hello to the Flores family watching from Guam. Always love seeing you guys pop up on our broadcasts, and hope you're all doing well. Homecoming weekend, and Flores got faked on the handoff. And there were flags thrown on the play, so I'm going to assume false start on Satellite Beach, so that'll negate that play. Back them up 5 yards. It's now going to be 1st and 15. .450 left to go here in quarter number 2. Flores under center. And that'll be a handoff up the middle. Pickup of about 4 yards on the play. It's now 2nd and 11. There's the toss. Number 2's trying to get somewhere, and a great job there by number 3, Matthew Beatty, with the big tackle for loss. And that'll bring up 3rd down and long. Ball carrier was Anderson Fallis. And it looks like there might have been an issue with the snap. Ball carrier was number 85, Landry Hart. And here, here's that formation bunch formation at the top of your screen. They like to run a wide receiver screens out of this, and that's a backwards pass. So that'll be a loss of yards. Turn it over on downs, and they have given Suntree Viera excellent field position with 2:37 left to go here in the half. So no harm, no foul on the interception by Brody Argo, as their defense saves them from doing any damage. Just outside the Best Private Investigations red zone. There's a handoff to the deep back. Get a gain of about 4 yards on the play. 2nd and 6 for Suntree Viera on the 24-yard line. Gives it to the deep back, and the big man pushing his weight forward. Third and about 4. Minute 5 left to go here in the first half. Suntree Viera up 6-0. Argo checking some things at the line. Argo swings it out. And that ball's out. Turnover caused. The second turnover caused by Satellite Beach. Fumble recovered by Quinto Hines. .36 seconds left. And all that happened there was the receiver caught the pass, ran almost like just smack face to face with somebody, and the ball just popped out of his hands. Then Hines jumps on the ball and recovers it. Again, 36 seconds, and they got to go 81 yards. There's the toss. Out to number 6. Number 6 has some room. Spins out of a tackle. And shoved out of bounds. That'll stop the clock. 25 seconds. Nice gain there by Jack McLaughlin. Just inside the 40. And there's number 23 now. Number 23 down the sidelines. Timeout called by Satellite. All right. Welcome back. Satellite Beach took a timeout. Flores in motion. Quarterback tosses. There's number 6. That's Jack McLaughlin. And McLaughlin will be taken down, and that will be the final play of the first half with your score. Suntree Viera 6, Satellite Beach 6. If the cheerleaders come out and do their hello cheers, we will unplug and allow you to listen to them. If they do not, then we will keep the mics muted and bring you second half action right here on the Brevard Sports Network.
All right, giving up for those Satellite cheerleaders.
Great job by the Satellite Beach cheerleaders.
Yeah, my biggest excitement is going to be being able to surf with it without having to have that case around it.
Yeah, you can. And when you can drag it'll tell you how.
Yeah, exactly. How much oxygen I have left.
Right. parents.
All right, give it up for those young ladies. You'll see them again on the 23rd at the Ocean Center.
All right, folks, those were the cheerleading squads. I'm now going to mute the mic, and I'll come back in about 5 minutes with second half action right here on the Brevard Sports Network. All right, everybody, welcome back to the Brevard Sports Network 10U action here on homecoming week for Suntree Viera football. Best Private Investigations, thank you for your partnership. We'd like to now bring in Connect Sports Funding. And Aiden Flores. And Aiden trying to make something happen, but that Suntree Viera Hawk defense was just too quick, and they saw it coming a mile away. That's going to be a loss of 12 yards on the play. So it's now 2nd and 22. The handoff and going straight up the middle. May have gained a yard on the play. On the tackle there was number 5. Jaden Franco in on that tackle. Flores hands off and trying to get outside, and you're not going to be able to run east and west on this defense. They're too quick. Their philosophy: see ball, get ball. Wherever that ball's going, you need to be, so maybe on some misdirection if you can try to get them flowing one way and use that speed against them, but This is a well-disciplined Hawk team. Man in motion. And Flores fires, and it's deflected. Wow. Number 34 with a deflection from out of nowhere. Lyndon Byer. And that'll be a turnover on downs. I feel if Byer would have tried for the interception, he might have been able to get the interception there. But nonetheless, knocked down the pass on 4th down. So it's 1st and 10 there on the 23-yard line. Just outside the Connect Sports Funding red zone. Does your team or organization need funding? Let Connect Sports Funding do all the work. Check them out online at www.connectsportsfunding.com. And Lincoln Keith. Or Argo to Lincoln Keith. Keith around the outside. Keith tiptoes down the sideline and finally pushed out of bounds, but not before picking up a Suntree Viera Hawk 1st down. So it will be 1st and goal, Suntree Viera. Oh, okay. 2nd and 1. My apologies. Argo sends a man in motion. And Argo's going to keep it himself. Brody Argo. Touchdown. Brody Argo. Touchdown, Suntree Viera. but I think there was a flag on the play. And so that touchdown will be negated. 7:30 left to go here in quarter number 3. Argo sends a man in motion. And Argo's going to try it again. And Argo, he will be short of a first down, I believe. Nope, just inside the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal. Honestly, though, it's one of the worst 1st and goals. Because it's 1st and goal from the 9. You have 4 downs now to get 9 yards. Not saying they can't, but usually like it, inside the 5 and such. Argo under center, directing traffic. Takes a snap, gives it to the up back. And the young man says, I never went down. Why'd you blow the play dead? He said, I was ready to bust it outside. And Riley Henning was on the carry there. Check that was Ramsey. Riley Ramsey. One of the 2 Rileys. Argo, swing pass out to Keith. Lincoln Keith, it's a race to the corner. Touchdown, Suntree Viera. Lincoln Keith, who took a shot, still keeps the ball. Just a great job and good job by Brody Argo. He waited and made sure the defensive end was crashing in on him, pops it out to Keith, and Keith just foot races everyone to the end zone, took a shot. But the important part was, as he took the shot, both hands were on the football, that ball was secured, and it's 12-0 pending the extra point. And that's going to be a false start on the offense, on the Hawks. So they'll get another attempt from 5 yards back. So instead of the 2, it's back at the 7. So the 2-point or the point after touchdown conversion is coming from the 7-yard line. Okay, I was wondering that. So because the try was no good, on the first try was no good, the coaches chose to decline it to not give them another chance to get the point after touchdown. 5:10 left to go here in quarter number 3, but Suntree Viera puts another score on the board and lead 12-0. And look, that's just another case of your defense helping out your offense. Your defense got a big stop, gave your offense short field. When you give an explosive offense short field, points come to you. Again, this is the last game of the regular season. Playoffs start very soon. And Aiden Flores is going to follow his streamline of blockers, picks up a gain of about 4 yards on the play, making 2nd and 6 for Satellite Beach. Haven't seen much of a pass game out of Satellite Beach. Their best pass attempt they had was broken up out of nowhere. And Jack McLaughlin. And there's Aiden Flores! Flores breaks away from the pack! And just caught from behind. Aiden Flores, he could see the end zone. He was... Landry Hart, I apologize. Landry Hart, he could see the end zone and was just caught down from behind, but it looks like it's coming back. And it's holding, and that's going to... And Flores gives it to McLaughlin, and McLaughlin gets swallowed up by that Hawks defense. Timeout called by Satellite Beach. Water break here. I'd like to tell you about some of our other great sponsors. Best Private Investigations, Kendall Signs, Connect Sports Funding and Consulting, Ubrazati, and Slow and Low Barbecue. You know what? Let's talk about Slow and Low Barbecue. Slow and Low Barbecue was founded by Nicole and Joel Smith in 2004. Despite the difficult year with Hurricanes Francis and Jean, with the heart and dedication, they managed to open another restaurant in Viera. Slow and Low Barbecue focuses on each customer's happiness, preferences. Their experience just put a creative twist on every dish and always preparing crispy and appetizing delicious ribs, smoked pork, chicken, beef, and enormous turkey legs, kind of like the ones you see at Disney World. Always expect an impeccable service and one-of-a-kind barbecue. That's Slow and Low Barbecue, home of the BSN postgame show on Friday nights. Flores under center, fumbled snap. And that play will go nowhere. Second down and 11 for Satellite Beach. 3:21 left to go here in quarter number 3. 12-0 there up on the ConnectSportsFunding.com scoreboard. And that's a bigger pileup than you'll see on I-4 during Christmas time. Near the attractions. So it picks up a nice little gain on that carry. Flores coming to the sideline to catch a breather. Landry Hart now under center. Hart's going to hand off to number 23. Alexander Laura, who has an interception on the day. Fourth and 6 for Satellite Beach. They're right back up on the line. And they're going to throw a flag for illegal motion. Too many men in motion at one time. Yep, and that is the call, illegal motion. Minute 30 left to go here in the third quarter. There's the toss. And wow, what a tackle. Brody Argo, one of the first there in the backfield, holding up the back, allowing his team to come clean up. That's a turnover on downs, and Suntree Viera will get the ball again with short field on the 35-yard line. Thank you. Got my 11U roster for next game. Just under a minute left to go here in quarter number 3. Argos sends a man in motion, and that ball's fumbled, and Lincoln Keith falls on it and will keep it for the Hawks. Flag on the play. Holding call against the Hawks, and the penalty was declined, says the White Hat. Argo is going to keep it himself. Argo around the left side. Ball's out. And Satellite Beach with their second turnover of the day. And that will be the final play of the third quarter. Starting the fourth quarter with some momentum, can Satellite Beach capitalize? You'll have to stick around and find out right here on the Brevard Sports Network. All right, here we are, fourth quarter action right here on the Brevard Sports Network. Fumble recovered by Satellite Beach, and here comes Satellite Beach trying to get outside. And good job by that Hawk defense staying home and just stringing that play out. All games will be uploaded to our YouTube page tomorrow afternoon. It's Brevard Sports Network on YouTube. I say by tomorrow afternoon. I try to get them up by early morning, but sometimes you get busy with doing other things. But by tomorrow afternoon for sure, all games will be uploaded to YouTube. And little juking and jiving of the whole defense, and pick up about a yard. Check that, 2 yards. Hart was the ball carrier that picked up those 2 yards. Pass, and it's caught! Flores on the reception. Hart to Flores. Hey, look, you gotta try something here. And guess what? That's enough for a Satellite Beach first down. Just under 8.5 minutes. Suntree Viera here trying to get another victory on homecoming weekend. Jack McLaughlin. Second and 6. Quarterback under center. There's Hart to another receiver there, number 23. Trying to find a hole, trying to find somewhere to get upfield. Carter Martinez on the tackle. Number 23, Alexander Laura on the reception. There's the handoff, and wow. Number 32, Carter Martinez, again exploding through the line. 6:56 left to go here in the game, and a timeout called. Final regular season game for both these squads. Soon they'll see where they meet up in the playoffs, and if you would like to book BSN to cover your team in the playoffs, gonna put some numbers. Gonna put a number up here. Ways to contact us right there. Text 321-693-7697 or email us at brevardsportsnetwork@gmail.com, and we can talk about what needs to be done to have your playoff coverage. And there's There's Hart. Picks up just short of a first down. And that'll be a turnover on downs. Again, information if you want questions about sponsorships or want to talk about getting your team covered in the playoffs. There's a number there, 321-693-7697, or email us at brevardsportsnetwork@gmail.com. And here come the Hawks. Argo hands off to Keith, and Keith will be wrapped up for a loss of about 1 or 2 on the play. Number 9 led the charge there on defense. Chance Stevens. Coming up next, the 11U game right here on the Brevard Sports Network. 5:40 left to go here in the game. Lincoln Keith gets to the outside. Keith, he's got room. It's a race down the sideline and finally brought down, but not before picking up a gain of about 15 yards on the play. And an official's water break timeout with 5:31 left to go here in the game. I'd also like to talk about some of our other great partners and sponsors. Best Private Investigation specializes in many types of investigative services, including background checks, asset and fraudulent cryptocurrency recovery, civil and criminal cases, cheating spouses, child custody, fraud recovery, identity theft, cybersecurity, surveillance, and tracking, executive protection, missing persons. If you need help, don't settle. Go for the best private investigation services you can get. That's Best Private Investigations. Find them online at bestprivateinvestigations.com. Here we go, Argo in the gun. Calls for the snap. Argo's going to carry it himself. There's a flag on the play. And holding on the Hawks. So that'll negate that run. Argo in the I formation. And give it to Keith. And Keith gets to the sidelines and finally wrestled down, but not before picking up a gain of about 5 or 6 yards on the play. And in motion. And Argo will be taken down in the backfield. Landry Hart, the first one to make contact. Three and a half minutes left to go here in the game. Hawks up by 2 scores, and they're content just trying to run this clock out. I mean, no, would they like to score? Yes. But the most important thing is milking the rest of this clock. And a swing pass out to Lincoln Keith. And Keith will be brought down after picking up a couple of yards on the play. Fourth and 10 for the Hawks. Again, coming up next, we're going to shut down this broadcast and get set for the 11U game here on homecoming weekend. Flag is on the play. Delay of game on the Hawks. Argo fires. He's got a man, and it's caught down the sideline. What a reception by that young man. I didn't get his number. There's a snap and the handoff, and that's Satellite Beach defense. And here come the Hawks again, second down with 57 seconds left to go. Argo going to keep it himself. Argo around the outside. He dives just short. And Argo's trying to score again. Argo telling everybody, hey, hurry up, hurry up. 43 seconds left. Snap, and he fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Suntree Viera. And the score is now 18-0 with 38 seconds left in the game. There's a toss to Keith. And Keith gets in for the extra point 19-0 is now the score with 38 seconds left to go here in quarter number 4. So 12 seconds left. They gonna get this? Are they gonna get the snap off? And no, they will not. That will do it. Your final score: Suntree Viera 19, Satellite Beach 0. Hawks so far 2-1 on the day. Coming up next, the 11U game right here on the Brevard Sports Network.